You can't see the curvature of the Earth because your eyes are round. Well, then Jamie should be able to see it. Chris Jobs Aquarium tanks with the $4.20 super chat. I think by looking at Mike's eyes, we know what that means. Thank you, Chris.
Technical answer, only if it's from Flip Aquatics could it handle that load.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're clearly superior.
Yeah.
Clearly superior.
Knows how to handle a load.
That's right. Wow, who is this guy?
Right, Bob? Man, he's been voted out of the league.
This is the best part. I think Bob's
Man.
literally got tears coming out his nose at this point.
Every time. Gets me every time. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the Monday night live stream. My phone is faster than my Fire Stick. All right, Kenny. How you doing, buddy? Susan, Peplin, Candy, Blake, Ramphonic, Lumpy Dog, Main's Tails. Joel, everyone, if I missed you, there's a lot of people here. Joe Campbell, dropping the deuce before the stream. Thank you, my friend. Always appreciated. And always 15 minutes early. I like it. Fish Tank Barn, again, thank you. We got a few things to talk about, and then get your fish questions ready because we are here to talk about fish. Just remember, I'm a hobbyist, not an expert, but there's lots of experts in the chat already. So get your fish questions ready, and we will answer them. First thing, I want to talk about a couple new fish coming to my website soon. They're growing out right now. Hey, Steven Truth Seeker, what's going on, buddy? Aquatic Adventures says, how's it going, Bob? It is going great, my friend. Thanks for asking. So we're gonna scoot on over here to the other screen, and we're gonna talk about, of course, it's rainbow fish, right? And here is one of them. These will probably be available in 2 weeks, maybe next week. We'll see. That's the Melanotania affinis blue hole, coming from the blue hole location, a blue rainbow fish, another blue. So you got your turquoise, you got your kamakas, and now affinis blue hole. So another blue rainbow fish, kind of cool. There's not very many of them. Pretty excited to have this fish in now. Bronco, what? Bob, really? Same time as Bronco world premiere? Yeah, who cares? Who cares? You can't buy it till next year anyways. And it's their fault for doing this at the same time as me. I've been doing this for 4 years. So it's their fault, not mine. And I might buy a Bronco. I don't know. But anyways, so Melanotania affinis blue hole on the site, probably in 2 weeks. How many fish are right finned versus left finned? Inquisitive minds. Nice. And in case you didn't know, this is the ANGFA website, which is amazing. Pretty much by far the best rainbow fish website. And the other fish I have is this guy right here that you can't see. The Melanotania trifasciata Papin Creek. Papin Creek. I have these guys in the fish room right now as well. What is wrong with my aspect ratio? I do not know, but there you go. There's an actual shot of it. Cole, what's up, buddy? Aquatic Ma, hello. Rainbow fish, yep. You could call yourself a professional since you make your money from the fish business. Well, honestly, I make my money from YouTube. I'm still on the hole selling fish, so yeah. It'll be a while before I get out of the hole on selling fish. But here we go. Papin Creek. And if this isn't colorful enough for someone, I don't know what is, because look at this thing. It is amazing. Lumpy Dog says, insider information, the Broncos seats suck, horribly designed. Most car seats suck for me. When you're as big as me, there's no such thing as comfortable car seats. Except in, oh, we're almost there. Get it in the corner. Yeah. Except my car that I just bought. The thing is like driving on a cloud. It is amazing. But anyways, here you go. So that's all I got for you. Let's go back to here. I think I have the female of that rainbow fish. It's possible. Tattoo Girl says that fish is gorgeous. It's really amazing, and it's going to be hard for me to sell them. But if I keeping rainbow fish, I'm never going to get out of the hole. Okay, what's up? Will you ever have pygmy rainbows? Oh, I hope so. I've tried. I've got 5 or 6 of them right now, and the only way I'm going to get more is if I breed them. So that's the idea. I'm trying to get more tubs because honestly, that is the easiest way to breed fish by far, is just putting them outside in tubs. I've kind of been hounding Corey about his old tubs, but I think he's using those because he never messaged me back about them. So that sucks. But always searching, like OfferUp, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, trying to find more tubs. If you're ever going to mail, I can show you a picture of mine and send her to you, Bob. Well, honestly, females are very hard to identify when it comes to rainbow fish. Especially when you're talking about like trifasciata. There's so many different strains and color forms, and they themselves change colors like daily. So it might be hard. It might be hard. But, I mean, send me a picture. I'll try. But I do have quite a few of them. So as soon as they start to color up, maybe I can send you some footage and you can compare. I don't know. So yeah, that's the story of pygmy rainbows. Before I closed down, I ordered, I don't know, either 24 or 36 of them, and they all but like 4 or 5 died. So that's been my experience getting wholesale rainbow fish, is ordering like 2 or 3 dozen and having most of them die. It's been excellent. Someone is laying eggs and it's not my male rainbows. The red one is the only one that I don't know the sex of. Well, there you go. Problem is they're going to be like mixed now, right? Not like a pure strain, but you know, if you're not selling them, who cares? Feel free to mix your rainbows. I think it would be kind of fun to kind of mix species and see what kind of colors, and who knows what you'll get. As long as you're not selling them, I don't see any problem with it. Or if you sell them and you're honest about it. I can export you some plastic tubs from New Zealand. It's hard. It's been tough with China on shutdown. Like, you can't buy above ground pools right now still. Can't do anything. And people know, like, the prices on used above ground pools are absolutely ridiculous right now. Some of these pools that were like $80 brand new are now like $400 used. It's insane. Duke Nukem, howdy doody macaroni. Hello, Duke Nukem. Good to see you. So yeah, the only other thing I've got for you guys is I want you to check out a video of a longtime friend of me and the channel. When you get time after the stream, if you haven't checked it out already, there it is. That is Suzy Q Aquatics, Triton the Trimac cichlid. And I'm not normally a big South Central cichlid American guy, but that is a good looking fish, I have to admit. So, who cares? You can go check it out right now if you want. Leave the stream. Who cares? Do you use horse troughs? I would. It's part of what I search for. It would be nice if they were all like in unison, but I think I'm at the point now where beggars can't be choosers. Jamie McDonald says definitely a good looking fish. Yep. And I really want a Haitiensis cichlid at some point in my fish keeping career. So it's not that I don't like them. Bob, I'm heartbroken. Came home after the weekend and checked my pond at 95% DOA. It was raining on Friday and Saturday. Total about 5 inches. Would that be the cause? No. I mean, I don't know if you have neighbors, but maybe they sprayed something. I can't imagine. I mean, unless you had some like real bad acid rain. I have no idea. I've never heard of rain causing anything like that. Someone might have sprayed, like I said, if you had neighbors, someone might have sprayed something. Maybe solid fruit crates. Priced them and they were 250 Aussie for 500 liters. Solid fruit crate. All it comes up with is like milk crates. Construction next building. Well, yeah, oh yeah, that could definitely be it. Who knows what they're doing over there? 500 fish DOA. Wow, that hurts. Yeah, they had to have done, maybe, were they painting? Maybe overspray? Sealer, spraying sealer? I don't know. Zen Ginger, hello. Katie, hello. Peplin Creek cut down some 55-gallon barrels or 440-gallon totes. Can find them on Craigslist. 440-gallon. I've seen the 275-gallon totes. Not really totes, but I have seen those. But 440 gallons, that would be a good find. That'd be a really good find. A little bit of black paint, proper paint, and a horse trough will look just fine. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's one of my search terms. I do search for all of those search terms I search for. And yeah, we'll see. We will see. What's my favorite Corridora? Probably, honestly, the good old-fashioned stir-by Corridora. My bucket list Corridora is the CW111, but I have never in 6 years seen it for sale a single time. But as far as like just your average favorite Corridora that you can get, the stir-bys. I mean, stir-by Corridoras are amazing. Would you use metal troughs? Yeah, I don't care. I have no problem with metal troughs. People always selling IBC totes, but would only buy new for those. Never know what has been in them. Yeah, I do see some used ones quite a bit. Those are the 275-gallon ones, and normally they say what's in them, so you can kind of gauge if it was safe or not. But again, you never really know. But regardless, I would clean it out, like hardcore, clean it out. Home Depot has metal troughs now. I couldn't imagine what Home Depot is charging for that stuff. Home Depot is pretty overpriced in general, at least in my area. Misfits, Reptiles, and Aquatics, pretty new to the channel. Loving it so far. Very informative, and the community seems nice. I will say, it's not very informative, but the community is amazing. I guess I have a few informative videos, maybe, I guess. A lot more to come, though. I'm working on a series with somebody, and we're about to have a lot more value coming to the channel, if you will. I'm not gonna give away too much, but it's gonna be a pretty awesome series, and I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, so lots of value coming soon to the channel. There'll be my regular vlog still, but with adding an extra video a week, I might even do add two, so 3 videos total a week. I don't know. Yeah, there's a few things I'm working on right now. Jonathan says, hello, new to the channel. I have Harlequin Rasbora, 6 in total. Only one has a big white bump on lip. I'm not sure what's going on. Any thoughts? So it could just be an injury. It could have just ran into a piece of decor and got hurt. A lot of times fish will get startled and they'll just dash off somewhere without even looking or thinking, and then they'll run into something. So it could be that. My advice is just to monitor it. Keep your water pristine, clear. Keep up on your water changes. and see if it gets worse. You might want to try thinking about something like General Cure or Paragard, something mild, just to toss in there. But we'll see. But you'll see. Just kind of monitor it for now. I go to Lowe's since I get a 10% veteran discount. Helps a ton on cost, but I prefer Lowe's night and day over Home Depot. So that's just me. Steenfott rainbowfish tax preparation and tattoo parlor voted won by LeBron. Always the troll. Peplin Creek Aquatics. It is not Swisky. I will tell you that much. I do have some plans with Jimmy, but it has nothing to do with fish. Menards. I don't know why, dude, fish, but that's like one of the funniest store names ever to me. And I do know why, because I'm 13 and I like to say Menards, like my nards, go nards, go, you know, whatever. You can make the, you can draw the line there. Menards or my nerds. Welcome, my nerds. Tips on conditioning apistos to breed. Food. Live food, frozen food. Lots of food. That's pretty much the trick to most fish. Let's be honest. Food, and more food. Some fish do get triggered by water changes. Some are seasonal, so you got to set up like drip systems, things like that. But apistos, just food. The other thing you have to think about with apistos, though, is your pH. Most apistos will live in neutral pH, but a lot of apistos will only breed in like acidic conditions. So check your pH, you know, well, again, so it's going to depend on which apisto. Like Apistogramma cockatoides can breed in anything. Whereas there's others like the Inca 50 that you want like 5.5 pH. I had a goldfish that freaked out and ran into the glass and literally plopped over and died, floated to the surface. I was super traumatic. Oh, it was super traumatic to me. Yep, that's pretty, man. It happens a lot with rainbow fish, so I get it. Zen Ginger, it was pretty sad. I just started in the fish hobby. This was years ago. So many stories. Oh, man. Yeah, we've all been there. It's sad. Lumpy Dog says, Candy's too awesome of a mod. Leaves the other mods with not much to do but troll. Zen Ginger. Oh, never mind. I already read that one. Any tips on raising Bose Monty Fry? I had a lot of eggs, and I'm putting them up in a 10-gallon soon with a sponge filter. So you're going to need really, really, really small food. If you can search for golden pearls, you can get them in like 100 micron, and that's what I feed to my fry. A lot of people do live food, but I ain't got time for that. So golden pearls, super easy. It's a powder, and it's just a super awesome food. If you want something easy, that's what I would recommend. Golden pearls. Will you harvest the eggs? I think he's just moving them into a 10-gallon is what it sounds like. So no need to, if you're talking about like harvesting them off the mop, probably no need for that. Candy, thank you for the link for becoming a member. I appreciate it. You get absolutely nothing for being a member, so you should definitely go sign up. All right, so I have no more announcements for you. Check out Susie Q's video. New fish coming to the website now. Let's get your fish question. We've had a few fish questions. Let me hold on a second. Oh, I just screwed this up. Hold on. I just turned everything off. Now it says I'm offline, but I don't think I'm offline. Someone tell me if I'm offline. Oh, it just came back. I don't know if I went offline, but it says I'm online. Jamie McDonald says, I signed up to be a member 1 year and 8 months ago and a day ago. 8 months and a day ago. Look at me now. Yep. Number 1. Thoughts on arowanas? I think a lot of people don't keep them in the appropriate size tanks. I think they're horribly abused, and yeah, that's just, I mean, like a silver arowana gets like 3 feet long, and people are keeping them in like 200-gallon tanks. That seems ridiculous to me. Have you ever bred Cory cats? Steven, not on purpose. I've had it happen with stir-by Corridoras, as a matter of fact. I've had it happen with orange lasers, and I think something else, but I can't remember. But I wasn't first, but I am the longest. Yep. You're not first, but you are the longest. T-Shot just jumped on. What's cracking, Bob? What's up, T-Shot? Thoughts on albino Oscars? You know what I think about albino Oscars. They look like a 70s sofa cushion. And that means they look ugly. Ugly. So, Steven, I am actually going to be gathering up my stir-by Corridoras. I have them spread out all over in different tanks. And they are monsters, like almost 3 inches long. So, not to say if, but when I get a tub, I'm going to throw them all in a tub and see if they'll breed. We'll see. It'll be my first real go at it, and I'm going to do all live blackworms, and I'm probably going to dump like 2 pounds of blackworms in and just let them live, because they won't be able to eat them all. And, you know, maybe I'll get lucky and they'll reproduce the live blackworms, and it'll be like an ever-ending chain of food. And with our weather lately, it would be perfect for Corridoras. It's sunny for 2 days, and then it rains for 2 days, and then it's sunny for 2 days. Like, it rained the last 2 days, and today it's sunny and hot. Tomorrow it's sunny and hot. Like, the next 3 days is going to be sunny and hot, and then it's going to get cold and rain for a couple days, and then it's going to be back up into the 80s for the weekend. So that's like perfect Corridora breeding weather. Kenny has resorted to all caps. What? Does anyone ever do Bob Kaler? Does anyone ever do large cichlids in tubs, such as Oscars or Jaguars? I'm sure somebody out there's got to be doing it. I don't know that I've ever seen it, but somebody's got to be doing it. Do you ever go through agility training with your fish? When there is much crap and clutter on the floor of my fish room, every single day is agility training. Should work, Bob. I found a baby melani in their species tank. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's always nice when you see a fry. Oh my god, these slackers are gonna get upset. Do your jobs, people. Hit the like button. We officially had way more people here on a Thursday morning stream than we have right now. Is it time to retire the Monday night stream? I don't know. Ooh, I saw a plywood question in here. Where'd it go? Just ordered a couple pieces of wood for my 55 I'm setting up. Getting excited. The price of wood. I know. It's the shipping that kills the price of wood, though. How's my back? My back is excellent. Today. How about, here we go. How about a plywood frame and line it with heavy plastic? I've thought about it. It would be really super easy to build like an 8x4, like 8 foot long, 4 feet wide, and 4 feet tall. I mean, how easy would it be to build something like that? Super easy. Danny Does Live says there better not be crap on the floor. Not on that one. So I got to give a huge thanks to Danny because she came over. I don't know.
Tuesday.
It wasn't Tuesday. Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Last Tuesday, wasn't it?
No, it had to been like Thursday or Friday. But she spent hours with me. It was Thursday, cleaning my old fish room that got destroyed when I built the one in the garage. I basically, if I needed something for the one in the garage, I would go rip it out of my old fish room. And I haven't spent hardly any time in that room, and now it's all clean and pretty and organized, and gonna start some projects in there now. So there you go. Feeling fab, just making a video. Feeling fab. We have to like the show before we hit the like button. That's true. That's true. We'll hit the dislike button. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Like it or dislike. Do one or the other. I have about a dozen rainbows with 3 frontosas in a planted tank. The fronts are 3 inches. Was planning on rehoming the front soon, but started to get too attached to them. Can they stay together? It really depends on the size of your tanks, because frontosas get like a foot. And not only do they get long, they get really tall. And they can get kind of chubby too. So that's a really, really, really big fish. So if you have a really, really, really big tank, it's also a schooling fish. So 3 might not be enough, but they are really awesome. I know lots of people that keep frontosas, like 1 in like a mixed community tank, or just, I don't know what they're doing, but I would not just keep 1 frontosa. That would be cruel to that fish. John has nothing to do with content. What? I don't know what that means. Joel G says, I like this stream with the $2 super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Not like we don't already know. We like it. Come on and hit the like. There's got to be some dislikes. I mean, come on. I can't see likes or dislikes, to be honest. So, but there's got to be dislikes. Bob, read all the words and it makes sense. John, it has nothing to do with content. Oh, you mean if I skip words, it doesn't make sense? That doesn't make sense. Do I know anything about growing basement tomatoes with fish tanks? I have no idea what a basement tomato is. Is it just a tomato? I imagine it would work pretty well. There's a lot of people with aquaponic systems, and I've actually designed my own aquaponic system. I just have to build it. I don't know when I'm going to do that. Okay, I'll dislike. Sheesh. There's always got to be one. Escobar says, best food for pygmy cories. I have 6 and a 20 long with 5 pseudomcgills who hoard food at the surface. Well, okay. I'm going to say, even though I'm not a fan of this company right now, I'm going to say Rapashi. Rapashi Foods. It sinks to the bottom. Corridors love them. It's really good food. It is really good food. I can't lie. Built my aquaponic system, trying to establish the tank now. Awesome. I've been wanting to do aquaponics for a while, so I sketched up my own design. It's like 3-tiered system. So we'll see. We'll see if I can put what I designed into real life. I don't know. Joseph Stanley says, I'm out here in 105-degree heat doing water changes in the tubs, and water out of the tap. Tap is 90. It got into the 40s here last night. I was out at 2 a.m. Oh, excuse me. Filling my tubs with hot water at 2 in the morning. Why am I not a big fan? Because their Instagram their Instagram has been awful lately. They have made some very big errors on their posts on Instagram. And then besides that, I don't know for sure, but it appears that they've hired someone to manage their Instagram page. And now all they do is repost other people's content. And I absolutely cannot stand people or companies that do that. And I realize why they do it. You pretty much steal other people's content, even though you put your name, you put the person that you stole it from's name in the content. Like, just make your own content. Like, their Instagram went from like 20,000 to like 50,000 people as soon as they started doing it. So I know why. I know why companies do it. I just hate it. Like, not a fan. Not a fan. So the company, the people themselves, like the people I don't have a problem with, but just their Instagram strategy kind of pisses me off. The other Timothy says, I would love any advice on running the aquaponics. I'm starting a guppy colony for it. I will tell you the way I'm basically going to be turning my breeding fish for profit tank, my old one, into the aquaponic system because there's guppies, shrimp, which don't produce a lot of waste, but plecos that produce a ton of waste. It's going to be a nitrate machine pumping into all these plants. I don't even know what I'm going to grow yet, but yeah. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do. Plecos, guppies, and shrimp. Hey, Matthew Vargas is here. Kaler's Aquatics. Is this? I don't know what that face is. It looks like he's puking. Man, tap is 90 degrees. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Bob, look up stock tank heaters and test one. Stock tank heaters. The thing is, Aquatic Ma, is that I'm really cheap, and I probably don't want to pay for electricity on one. Stock tank heaters. These are like $300. No, here's some for like 50. I don't know. I've never heard of this. I'll have to look into it. Bob, with all those nitrates, you can grow the Pineapple Express. Sometimes I feel like that's what my neighbors think I do when they see the amount of lights that come out of this house. A long time ago, someone actually broke into Corey's fish room, probably thinking that it was the Pineapple Express because of all the lights that were going on in there. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what the power company thinks is going on around here as well. Oh, man. There are cheap ones. I use a stock tank heater in my real pond. Well, maybe you can link me which one. I'm curious. Here's one at Ace Hardware for $38. And it's 1,500 watts. See, that right there. I don't want to pay for it. 1,500 watts. That one heater is using as many watts as my entire fish room. So, no thanks. No thanks. $300 can heat up to 500-gallon stock tanks to 75. But what is the outside temperature? Like, $300 can heat up 500-gallon stock tanks, essentially. Like, if it's 50 degrees out and it can heat it to 75, okay. But if it's 20 degrees out, can it keep up? Because I tried two 500-watt heaters in the winter, and it did absolutely nothing. Like, I could put my hand around the heater, and it wasn't even warm. Like, it couldn't do anything. Does all Extreme Foods sink? I have no idea, Kenny Schindler. I have never used Extreme Foods in my life. I have some fish that prefer floating, and my big fella pellets sink immediately, and I'd like more than just Sakari for floating. There was one, this is going to be not helpful at all, but I did have a brand that had like slow sinking pellets, and that was really nice. I think it was just some random crap I bought off eBay though. Danny says, anybody hitting up the $1 per gallon sale? Just picked up 14 tanks for the new fish shed. Someone's bragging. Someone is bragging. Have you ever trained a fish? No. No. I mean, I guess technically yes, because they all come to the front of the glass when I feed, so I train them to eat. I don't know. Freezing temperatures. Come on, I took the training to sell these. Well, why do you want me to make a video if you already know all about them? That seems weird. I think you need to make a video telling me about them, because clearly I know nothing and you know everything about these things. Extreme does have floating and slow sinking. I mean, I would love to get hooked up with Extreme, but I'm not. This is the one I used. Farm and Fleet. Alien Precision 25. Yeah, see, it's 1,500 watts, though. That's too much. That's way too much. And I can tell you that if 1,000 watts couldn't even begin to heat my 400-gallon tote, like, what's another 500 watts going to do? Although this is probably way more efficient than an aquarium heater. I don't know. Just the one highlight of my crappy day. T-Shot with the $5 super chat. Bob, can you name some rainbows that don't get bigger than 4 inches that I can put in my 55-gallon? I'll do some research if you name them. All the pseudomcgills, but those are the smaller guys. Furcata, that's the pseudomcgill. Kamaka, Goiter River, and I mean Pracox, but everyone knows that one. I mean, I think Goiter Rivers are insanely undervalued. Underrated, undervalued, and just a really, really cool fish. So look up Goiter River rainbow fish. What's a good replacement for EM erythromycin that I can buy on Amazon? Maricin not available. Only Maricin 2 or Oxy. Both kill gram-negative and cycle. Help. Honestly, I don't know. I don't do a lot on Amazon anymore. Lumpy dog. Everything I get now goes through Aquarium Co-op. T-Shot put 16 Kamaka rainbows in a 55. You'll love it. Sheesh. Throw 20 in that bad boy. Kamaka, yeah. Kamakas, Pracox, Goiter Rivers. I think Goiter Rivers and Kamaka rainbows would look amazing. The blue and purple of Kamaka and then the red of the Goiter River. Candy brings up a great point. Never, ever, ever, ever use Maricin 2. Ever. It will kill everything. If your fish die and you want to like cleanse the tank, then use Maricin 2. Because Maricin 2 kills 100% of everything 100% of the time. I don't even know why it's a product. I don't even know why it's on the market. It is seriously the worst thing in the world. Trained a blue acara to hand take worms. I mean, I have fish that'll eat out of my hand, but it's only because they're so food motivated. Like their want of food outweighs their want to live. So it's like the angler fish, right? That's how it survives, by dumb fish that it just want to eat. And I'm gonna get an angler fish. I don't care what Priscilla says. I actually messaged Priscilla and asked if she could order me an angler fish, and she was like, "They're too expensive." I said, "I didn't ask how much they were. I said I want one. Can you get one?" So that's gonna be my salt tank if I can get an angler fish. I didn't read the whole comment before I replied. Never, ever, 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 never, ever, 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 pound ever, under any circumstance, for any reason whatsoever, use Maricin 2. Can you train your fish to do tricks? There are people that have trained betta fish. There's people that have trained those the dolphin fish. Which angler, Bob? There are dozens of them. I don't even care. Don't care. I just want one. I'll take any of them. I'd prefer to have a smaller one. Honestly, I don't know enough about them to have the names memorized, but I have done my research. Believe me. I know somebody from 4 years ago local to me that had one, and it was the coolest thing ever. Elijah says, I train fish for 20 an hour. 20 pesos an hour. Scary Terry says, have you ever seen goldie-eyed Dakai, Bob? Been trying to get my hands on some. Yes, I used to have them. I bred them accidentally, and then I gave them away. So yes, I used to have them. I do not have access to them right now, but maybe in the future. I don't know. Anglerfish are awesome. I had one for years. It was an awesome fish. Is it possible to keep fancy goldfish in an outdoor tub? I don't know why. I just think they would look cool. I know a lot of people that keep fancy goldfish outside. The main thing you have to worry about is temperature, that it doesn't get too hot. A lot of people say, oh, I keep my goldfish in my tropical tank and it lived for 5 years without any problems. And you're like, well, they have a lifespan of like 30 years, so there is clearly a problem. Priscilla is shipping my zebra plecos tomorrow. Apparently, I trained my angelfish to become complete assholes. Nice. If I pour carbonated water into a plant tank, is that effectively dosing CO2? Effectively? No. I wouldn't think that's very effective at all. That seems like a terrible idea. Can you train your fish to pay bills by making them make more fish? There you go. K Walker says, I keep fancy goldfish outside. I keep fancy goldfish outdoors. Bob, my Epistogram and McMasteri lay eggs, but they don't hatch. Have a trio. Advice, take the eggs out or take the parents out. Are they not hatching or are they getting eaten? So if they're just not hatching, then you probably have, I mean, they're obviously not sterile. But if they're getting eaten, then you need to remove the parents or the eggs. It also depends on how many spawns. Some Epistos can take like 5-6 spawns before they figure it out. Like, oh, wait, these are my kids. Maybe I shouldn't eat them. 5 zebra plecos sounds like a nitrate nightmare. I can help you out with that. Yeah. Yeah, that's an extra. That's another good point by Pinto. It could be high pH water. Again, Epistos, a lot of them will not breed in high pH water. So the female may be laying, but the male may not be happy. So Deanna, hey, I destroyed the bulb of my dwarf lily. It's just bare roots now. Will it survive? I bet it will. I've had those bulbs. I mean, I've had them come back from like nothing before. Same with Aponogetans. I've had those come back from, I mean, that's what they do, but still. Like, I've had tanks dry out, and I find a bulb, and I'll put it in a tank, and it just comes back. So, keep your fingers crossed. I'd say there's a good chance it'll come back. I farm my plecos and jar them for cat food. Any other species that grow quicker and provide more meat? I was thinking of doing an Arowana and harvesting it before it gets too big. What are you even talking about? Is it possible to get German blue rams to raise their fry in a community tank with coolie loaches, neon tetras, bristlenose plecos, and cherry shrimp? Yeah, I would think so. Absolutely. It's not a recipe for success, but it can be done. I'll put it that way. You're kind of up against it with coolie loaches and bristlenose. It's going to depend on how well the parents defend their eggs and their fry. John is here from KG Tropicals. I almost messaged John earlier to ask if he wanted to be on the stream, but I already knew he would say no, so I didn't ask. You didn't answer my question? Yeah, because that's a ridiculous question. John said hi too many times and was ignored. John said hi too many times and was ignored. Okay. Alex says, Maricin and tetracycline kill gram-positive bacteria. Beneficial are gram-positive. Most diseases are gram-negative. I have kanamycin, and sulfoplex for negative. There you go. I don't know if you can find those on Amazon, but thank you, Alex. Elijah is a troll. Yeah, clearly. You should have heard what Bob said about albino Oscars earlier. He's heard it. He's heard it all before. You're going to have to do better than that. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to troll around here, you got to come up with something better than that, buddy. Come on. Yeah. So, I guess it's break time. I got another box that I can open if you want. It's not very exciting. Bob, what has been the fashion fish for 2020, and what do you see as the next fish everyone will want? The flavor of the month. I can tell you that I haven't spent very much time in the fish tube world lately. Do I notice any trends? I don't think so. I don't think... betas were the flavor of the month for like 6 months, but beta videos have kind of died off, thankfully. Yeah, I can't think of anything that's kind of like taken over. I think Susie Q is going to start a movement on Central and South American cichlids. We'll see. Will chloramine break down over time, and will the chlorine gas off when it does? So chlorine will gas off as long as you have something to gas it off with, like an air stone. Chloramine, Honestly, I don't have chloramine in my water, so I've never spent too much time researching it. I would assume it would gas off, but honestly, I don't know. I'm probably wrong. Steenfott Aquatics, my peacock gudgeon male keeps eating their eggs by day 3. Should I just take the cave out and put it in a marine breeder box because I can't get the eggs out of the cave? Yes, absolutely. Just take the whole cave out, eggs in it. Those marina breeder boxes are absolutely amazing. Chloramine does not gas off. Does not gas off. There you go. Told you I was wrong. Marineland makes a nice hang-on back refugium. I like the Marina breeder box is one of my absolute favorite things in the hobby. Whatever Corey and Joey start keeping and talking about becomes the new fish keeping rage. I've seen that happen too. Like when Joey got shell dwellers, that's all anyone would talk about for a while. I haven't noticed anything like I said, I haven't spent very much time on FishTube at all lately. Waru and rainbow fish need a serious comeback. I don't think rainbow fish were ever there in the first place. They never were on the front lines to be able to make a comeback from. But we're getting there. I'm trying. Dude Fish says chloramine gases off extremely slow. It does not break down to ammonia and chlorine. The flu will take over the marina breeder box. I don't know. That's a good question. You look a lot like Tom Segura. Yeah, but I don't speak Spanish. Although I would like to. Marina breeder box. If I could speak Spanish, I could go to a lot of parties at my neighbor's house. They're always barbecuing and cooking food, and it always smells so good. One of these days, I'll walk over there. I don't know. I still see the Marina hang-on box. It's insanely overpriced right now. There's a different company, ISTA, for $15. Looks to be exactly the same. It is exactly the same. Yeah, Tom Segura, one of KG Tropical's man-dude crushes. Corey is a fish market maker. I bought the Marina breeder just for them. It's been rebranded as Fluval. Huh. Maybe that's why it's more expensive now. That's unfortunate. Chloramine may eventually at some point, but it's shown up on my tests as many as 6 weeks later. Definitely not fast enough to efficiently age water. You have a chloramine tester? That's pretty cool. Hey, Ginger Graves, how you doing? Hi all, I've been lurking and cooking dinner. What's for dinner? Bob is invited to the carne asada. I would love carne asada. Homemade carne asada. Forget about it. Phoenix makes a knockoff of the breeder box and works well. I use mine to grow plants and ferns. Yeah, I might have to try this this off-brand on Amazon. I mean, it's exactly the same. Like, look at this thing. It's exactly the same. This is like carbon copy. Native fish, the next fad, and people showing off their own country's fish. I don't know that native fish will ever be a fad. I'd be surprised. Steak, baked potato, and salad. Nice. Bob, I know it depends on the fish and how healthy it is, etc. But do rainbows usually ship okay? Just curious. I may have to buy them online. I haven't really seen rainbows at my local fish store. They ship really well. That's one of the positives about them. I've had some issues with my kamakas, unfortunately, but I think that was from the source, which is why I don't get them anymore. But yeah, rainbows, they do pretty well. I shipped out around 50 rainbows today, I think. 50-ish. Are there any native Washington fish we could keep? as long as you don't catch them locally, you can buy them out of state and ship them in, like bass or trout. You can actually buy trout at fish farms, so that's not true. But as far as going out and collecting, it's all illegal in this state. Steve says, heard we had rainbow trout in Ireland. That's the only fish with a resemblance of color. And they taste good. They taste really good. Native fish do interest me. I've seen some really nice looking sunfish and bluegill. Yep, and darters. Someday I will have a tank of darters. Darters and shiners. That's all I want. Darters and shiners. Someday. When are you restocking the goiter rivers? I'll probably have another group of them ready next week. Yeah, I'll have to wait. So I don't update my inventory until all my shipments are accounted for. So I usually, like, I have goiter rivers now, and as long as the ones I shipped out today make it alive and I don't have to replace them, then I'll restock them on the website. So yeah, that's kind of how I do it. I have a 55 darter and shiner tank. That sounds amazing. Also some dace. Will you be selling any rads after the summer? That's the idea, David. That is the idea. The water in my tubs is so green right now that I can't see them at all anymore. I was out there for quite a while today looking for them. Can't see them. I can put the GoPro underwater, but it only sees like 5 inches. So it doesn't help either. But man, the green water is so good. So I just cross my fingers and hope that they're in there doing their thing. My other tub with the gold white clouds are easy to spot, and I still haven't seen any fry. So we'll see. Andrew says, Steenfott, are you going to keep native fish? Eventually. Everything's like, I have this list of fish I want to keep before I die, and a native tank is one of them. I have a rainbow tank in my LFS. Literally didn't have any, but I asked about rainbows, and I've gotten mine special order through my LFS. Yeah, if you ask, sometimes they can order them. Rainbows just became available again as of last week. They started being imported again. So you might start seeing them. You should start seeing them show up more and more, as long as it's something that your stores normally kept before. Thank you for the 100+ likes. Thank you. Are there any fish that bond and breed for life? Yes, as a matter of fact, but I can't think of any right now. I can't think of any, but I know they're there. It is a thing. Fish that bond and breed for life. For life. Let's see. My girl mistook algae wafers for O-nips the other day. She's not too bright. Did you know they will actually stick to the glass and guppies will love them? A lot of the wafers will stick to glass. Might not be a commonly known thing. Whoa. Shrimp mate for life? There are some shrimp that mate for life. That's interesting. Largemouth bass. That's the one I was thinking of. Largemouth bass. I know Candy, my daughter, has softball games on Monday nights now, and I'm not going to miss that. What? Don't guppies love? What? Yeah. John, excellent point. If there's only one male and one female in the tank, then they will mate for life. Have I ever kept black chin live bears? No. Have a pair, would like yellow variant though. I would absolutely, if they were available, I would keep that fish. But so far I have not. I have seen, so they were available to me like 3 years ago, but I didn't have room for them, so I didn't get them. If there ever comes a point when I have room, if I have an open tank and can get them, then I will. Let's just get rid of this guy. I've had enough of him. You silenced him. I'm just gonna get rid of him. I know, Candy, my daughter, in a softball game. Is there only male, female? Yeah, they will. I will pair up with some gobies. pistol shrimp. Yeah, pistol shrimp will bond with gobies, but they will not breed. They will not breed for life. Virus haunt. Another thing you can do with freeze-dried food is you can get those to stick to glass too. It's a little tricky, but yeah. Bama has a pond with largemouth bass and bluegills. He raised them in a tank inside before he built the pond. Are you trying to get me to swear or something? Don't Burchardize cichlids bond for life? I'm highly skeptical. Burchardize are like guppies. I don't think that they bond and mate for life. Are there any benefits to blue lights for planted tanks? Yes, more par. Is it? If you have like an option to have your lights on without the blue light versus having the blue and white on at the same time, blue and white will be brighter technically. A lot of times people will keep the blue lights on at night, and that will also provide light to the plants, but it also provides light for algae. So a lot of people like the moonlight settings on their lights, but that grows algae. So something to keep in mind. I think Susan fell victim to autocorrect. Nice typo, Susan. I didn't know you better. I would think that was on purpose. If. They look scary. Easier than German blue rams. Would Burchardi be easier to breed in a community tank with neons, cherry shrimp, coolie loaches, and bristlenose plecos? So the thing with Burchardi is they're Lake Tanganyikan fish that like high pH. So completely different water parameters than your cherry shrimp, coolie loaches, and bristlenose plecos. Bristlenose plecos can go in those high pH waters, no problem. Same with cherry shrimp. Coolie loaches might not like it. But they'll breed in there. There's the thing with Burchardi, it's hard to get them not to breed. Usually when people get Burchardi, it ends up overrunning their entire tanks, and that's all you have. Does the blue light kill a disease? No. Thanks for the live stream. It makes the hour drive home go by faster. Just lost half my followers. Yep. You can't say those swear words on this channel, Susan. Farmer Tyler's YouTube channel has an awesome series explaining light, colors, and the frequencies and what they do for plant growth. Yeah, I've seen a couple, not of his, but I have seen a couple lectures of the lights and frequencies and things like that. Yes, Joel, I've been confined too long. Susan's out of control again. Out of control, Susan. Easier than blue. I'm not sure. I also have a beta. Wait, I have a beta dealing with fin rot. Any advice for that? Clean water. I feel like I say this a lot because it's true. Clean water. For fin rot, I wouldn't do anything but water changes. I've had a beta with fin rot. I took it out of the tank. I put it in a 10-gallon tank by itself and did like 10% water changes every single day, and he got better. Scary Terry says the stream makes water changes better. Awesome. Kenny says I'm loving my new adjustable AquaNeat lights. By the way, 7 different settings and giving me exactly what I like. There you go. What are some of my favorite fish plant combos for breeding? My absolute favorite, you already know, guppy, shrimp, and bristlenose plecos, and guppy grass. Everybody loves guppy grass. When you get enough plecos in there where they're just pumping nitrates out their butts left and right, your guppy grass will grow insanely fast. It's amazing. And it always sells. I've never posted guppy grass that has not sold, like instantly. It's by far like the biggest money maker combo I ever had. Does a certain plant help certain fish breed? Yeah, guppy grass, right? So anything that's provides hiding places. So like Anubias, not really the best hiding places, but guppy grass, stem plants, floating plants with the roots. People that sell guppy grass can't keep it in stock. Yep. I've tried to put it in my ponds, but there's just not enough nitrates in my ponds, and it just dies off. Eliska, hello. Good evening. Good evening. Susan is still giddy from her intrastate ride today. RJL says, never used guppy grass. I have Christmas moss and have to toss by the pound. Ooh, don't tell people that. Don't tell people that. Thank you, Bob. He was just awful. What? I'm confused. Can you show them there now that you got with the times and got a light not from 1997? Ooh. Curtis bringing the shade. I seen red-eyed dwarf puffers on Danikin's channel the other day. I'm thinking I want those instead of pea puffers. It's a pretty big difference. I mean, you have a fish that's like a ½ inch, or you have a fish that's extremely larger. Either way, though, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I don't think you're going to go wrong no matter which way you decide. It'll be fun. What are you going to use for guppy fry cover in the aquaponics system that won't suck nitrates away from the food and plants you are growing? That is an excellent question. However, I feel like once the bristlenose start breeding, I mean, you're talking like 500 bristlenose plecos. That's insane, and that's a lot of poop. Oh yeah, the troll. I already forgot about that dude. Crazy sell it. Oh, yeah, if you're throwing away Christmas moss by the pound, you're missing out on a lot of loot, my friend. That's one of the most popular mosses out there. It's probably one of my favorite too. Physidens, Christmas, I think probably my top 2 mosses. Will you ever keep saltwater? Yeah, Michael, I'm going to get an anglerfish. An anglerfish. Hi, everyone. I hope all is going well. I was wondering if one common pleco with one Oscar would be happening in 75 gallon, or better to keep them in a 125. The larger, the better. If you have an empty 125, put them in there. I don't know. Common plecos get big, and they just don't look right in a 4-foot tank. I mean, maybe it's just me, but they look miserable to me in a 4-foot tank. When they're like 2 feet and they can only move like 2 feet at a time, I don't know. Candy says, love Christmas rocks. Yep. I've been using rocks for guppies to hide. I mean, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Put it on Craigslist? I don't know. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the Monday. I cannot stay late tonight. I do have things to do. So I want to thank everyone for showing up. I appreciate it. And a special thank you to Joel, Fish Tank Barn. Joel, again. Different Joel. Or Joe, Fish Tank Barn. Joel, Kaler's Aquatics, and T-Shot. Thank you. Don't forget, we will be back here. We will be back here Thursday morning at 9 a.m. I am thinking of changing that to a 2-hour stream. I don't know. We had hundreds of people there, almost 1,000 people there last Thursday. By the time we hit the 2-hour mark, I think we hit like 900 and some people. So might change Thursday to a 2-hour stream. I don't know. But anyways, I got a jet, guys. I've got to clean up after shipping fish all day and eat, and it was a long day. So I'll see you guys all on Thursday. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it, and thanks to the mods, the lurkers, and the commenters, and the thumbs uppers, and the downers. You know who you are.